rags of brutal factory girls would cover your face, would swallow in grace and molestation. George Osborne, God of love, we have spurned beauty. Lord Brown, from politeness. That particular thought is an opportunity, a response to that thievery, his silence. He is, though, representative of certain constellations of order, obvious studies of number, and the present apocalypse is a structural problem. This eschews metaphor. The enemy is a defining molecule. Lord Brown is a child fucker, a swarm of golden thinking dead behind the rose trees. Of Milton, Lenin and Satan, of the scum of England, of the years enclosed there, we, the cells of England, we smarted inside these delicate circles, the nettles of Soviet England, of isolation in its pure state, where diamonds, incense walked like tyrants. Of Downing Street, that assembly of duels and defunct regimes. Of the warm November wind, our absurd paupers' memories. Outside London, it is all geometry, a euphemism for civil war. I remember our cotton dresses, those ribbons and bows. We skirted the discs of the city, its deserted dying angles. We were wearing flags and pretty flowers, but our memories, at several intersections they opened into vast arched domes of that other life, its obnoxious circles, of relics and animal love, the horrific quantity of force we will need to continue even to live. When you meet a Tory on the street, cut his throat. It will bring out the best in you. It's as simple as music or drunken speech. There will be flashes of obsolete light. You will notice the weather only when it starts to die. Mostly they have explained your world. They invented colours for the vowels. U, glyphs and ha, understood simply as in E, simply, public spheres or stones. O, chemicals and stones. I, feasts of hunger simply as in stones. A, stones. So anyway, while we were picking berries, pretty as a kidnap, our superiors, oh paradise, here is a small door. Blue, the ultimatum expands on green. We presume the decision not. Red, magnetic idiocies mostly. White, our arseholes are different. Black, isolation in its pure face. Anxiously, their faces were not there. It was a kind of heaven, scraps of sky, cold wind, passengers and crew. Election day, terminal, a cluster of predecessors in the language, that is, cells of racist light in verbs, tumbling, Belgravia or something, an adverb. Think of adjectives as refugees, you just shot them, here is a style guide. E, a deficit line. A, negates the interruption of the speaking I. U, a system of collective thought. I, unable, unwilling to find work. O, beyond a certain tendency of stoic disdain. I entered first. Target A was standing by the table. I hit him with the shield, pinned target to floor. I was foul and fair, would sleep in utter music. The bulletins consist entirely of nerves or harmony, pure infection of thought. We entered a respectful half-light. The names we had achieved, glue and murder, or we were images, monuments, gospels, and in very obvious nitrates. From the English, I inherit my mean and bitter divisions, my very grievous hail. It is not the cause, but geometry, from this perspective, is eerily silent about its more scandalous projections. We have scraped its clocks clean. We have inserted a brown cigar, a cheap and easy prototone. We have called it a village. Oh hell, we are your population, turning at 360 degrees, where King Charles I is equal to or lesser than Ian Tomlinson, or we already said that, forget it. We press hands together, as scars of circling bone, where silence is also prohibited. Funded guns surround the Citibank's networks of compulsory metaphors speaking aloud. But if commodities could speak, their imaginary friends grabbed your arm, their barren life is as simple as blossom, as a musical phrase, beautiful as driving nails deep in the skull of William Hague, that vicious pink. Imagine cultivating warts as if commodities could speak, or fired live bullets and tear gas, as crackling worlds encircled the last of the liberated cities or the fierce buzzing of flies. But anyway, imagine commodities could think. They're scraping hands on your sleeve, musical beams of love, barren, respected life. Anyway, how exactly does ammonia get into a light bulb? Tell me, before the universe, that phony paymaster, that is bailiff, it disrupts us our ring of clicking seconds. Is each encircled ring of cops and piss roses? It is a plague, And yet to smash the Ritz, his tactics, etc., in epileptic time was fucked up by a non-violent majority, as in government department, lit up, tossed into the crowd and implodes in moth stutter. Blame that, my tiny crowd of